guys, we're Daughters of Australia, and we are passionate about astrology. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, welcome in. We are lifelong learners of astrology, and we are doing something totally different. In this new series, we are going to discuss Love is Blind Season 4, and in this series, we are also diving deep into compatibility. My name is Jerica.
And I'm Victoria. Today we're having our last couple. Well, we're talking about 3 people.
Last
the love triangle.
Yes, the second love triangle of the season.
Yes, Irina, Zach, and Bliss.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh,
and disclaimer. Oh,
yeah. Disclaimer: if you guys have not watched the season, please do. We will talk about spoilers, including the reunion, and we are back about talking about Zach, Irina, and Bliss.
Yeah, so let's start with Zach.
Yeah, let's start with Zach.
His big 5. So he is an Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon, Aries Mercury, Taurus Venus, and Gemini Mars. Let's just start with our first impressions of him.
Oh my god, I just realized that he was born April Fool's. That was the day that I was supposed to be born because he's also 91. That's crazy. I would have been a Scorpio moon probably.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Because you're Virgo moon. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So my mom told me that I was supposed to be a April Fool's baby. And I was like,
oh my gosh, wait, Zach is basically you except
for the
moon.
Yeah. That's so, oh my god, that's so true.
You have an Aries Mercury, you have a Taurus Venus, and you have a Gemini Mars. What?
No wonder why I saw so much in him. Also,
I don't know why I was thinking like you're a lot like Paul, because he's an Aries Sun, Virgo moon.
I feel I do connect more with Paul, but at the same time, with the decisions I remember him like talking about with Irina during when they're in their honeymoon, I was like, oh my god, I feel like this is me.
Yeah, and you like Zach a lot more than I do.
I do like Zach. I really do like Zach. I do.
Yeah.
I actually have a lot of notes about him.
Okay, do you have any notes that you could say without?
Oh yeah.
Irina
So my
Bliss?
first initial reaction was so he's a criminal defense attorney, which is I have more notes what I'm excited to talk about, but I also thought so the stupid thing is like people would be like, oh like what are you like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a stripper.
Oh,
like that was like the first thing he would ever say is like, I'm a stripper. And I was like, oh my god, Sag. Like I was thinking like he's Sag energy. Like they're very goofy and like I feel like sometimes they don't take like things super seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
true.
then I thought he was kind of like a Leo, which I'm kind of getting on the fire sign, like I was getting there. Because I don't know why, but I put everyone likes, so I'm guessing like maybe everyone I remember like when they were talking about the pods, Zach, there was a lot of cuts of Zach with other people, and everyone like either laughed at his jokes or like there was more people who were talking to him. So like I felt like a lot of people were liking him, and I thought, oh, that's probably like a Leo in my mind.
Oh, I didn't think about the. Well, I think it was Bliss that said that there was a lot of opinions about him. Like,
oh, I didn't see that. See, that's not related, but maybe I did relate to that because I feel like I would have put that under Bliss, but I did put that he's self-aware, he's deep, and he's vulnerable, which I didn't get his moon. I thought he was actually a Cap moon, but he is a Scorpio moon, which makes sense with
and everything you just said.
Oh, you know what? And I said enjoys serving others, and I said Virgo/Scorpio moon ? I hit this one on the fucking nail because I felt like maybe it's because I related to him. And then I said Cap moon because he had a tough upbringing with his mother being a stripper. And then my last note was that I don't know why I put Libra. It says got upset about two people.
Oh, wait, got it.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but again, guys, these notes were like weeks, months ago, actually. So
I know.
It could have been just about like two people he was talking about. I have no idea. Like maybe aggressive. Maybe they're just like, yeah.
I can't remember if he was upset. I mean, okay, maybe he was upset between two people, like he couldn't pick.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
that could be it.
Very air, because I wrote down the Gemini part, because that's his Gemini Mars. He was just like upset that there's like,
yes. That makes more sense. Okay. That's why I said Libra. So excuse me, I burped. I just had pizza before this. But yeah, he had a Gemini Mars. But that's my first initial notes that I have for Zach. And what about you, Victoria? Anything else you want to add to that?
I just thought I wrote down he was very much more Scorpio to me than the others, because
Interesting.
I wrote down he had many layers. He's very mysterious. Like there's like, it just kept coming. Like I didn't know, I couldn't get him from face value. Like I couldn't figure out what it was about him, or like.
Interesting. Okay, so question out of context, kind of. When you can't pinpoint what sign is what, is that a Scorpio for you?
Probably.
Mine's a Pisces. When I can't pinpoint who they are, I'm like, this person's a Pisces.
No, actually, I think I know a Scorpio. And I think it's because of the many layers.
You do.
Like I feel like spot it.
Yeah, and the crazy cool thing about that is that you were like pretty much raised by a Scorpio. Our uncle, he was in your life like a good amount of your time. So I feel like maybe you just like understand the depth, but also it could be like your cap, right?
Yeah, I think so. I just have so many Scorpios in my life that I'm just like so intrigued by them, and I say this.
True.
I feel like I say this in every pod.
You do.
Or in every episode.
And you're dating a Scorpio too, so it's like
no, not just. Well, I was dating him, but the person I was telling you that I went on a date on this weekend, he was also a Scorpio.
That's hilarious. But the uncle that I just like mentioned, guys, he is actually married to a Capricorn.
Yeah, and my best friend is a Scorpio, and she's married to a Capricorn.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and then my other best friend in high school, he's married to a Scorpio.
And he's a Capricorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
that's interesting how that works out. I think my stellium's a Capricorn. My north node's a Capricorn. I forgot which one it is.
Oh, wait, do you have a... No, you don't have a Capricorn stellium, because I have a Capricorn stellium.
Sorry, my north node is Capricorn. Sorry.
Or is it your sun? Also, is your sun
Oh, my sun's in the 10th house.
Yeah.
So that...
We're trying to figure out our own birth
I'm
charts,
sorry, guys. This is also a journey for us as well. But yes, 10th house is Capricorn as well. So career, etc., etc.
Yeah. I wrote down, do you remember Ralph, the little stuffed animal that he had?
Oh Zach? My God, yes. Because I was like, Zach is me. I am Zach.
Yeah. Because you have a lot of stuffed animals. You're a Taurus Venus. He's a Taurus Venus.
Yes, guys, I forgot about that. He actually showed it to Bliss first and then showed it to Irina. But yeah, Zach had a stuffed animal, like a stuffed bunny or something. It was like so fucking ratty. It's so funny that you mentioned that, because I related also to Chelsea, who had a ratty blanket. And all I could ever remember is that I've always had like a comfort blanket or a comfort stuffed animal. And the comfort blanket, my mom told me, was when I got out of the hospital. It was like, that bunny blanket that I think every kid got in the 90s. That was my favorite blanket in the whole world. And then it moved to... my dad got me this really cute puppy for Valentine's Day, and I could never see him in the morning because he always would, go to work really early. So he left the puppy by my desk when I woke up, and that puppy is still with me till this day.
Oh, I didn't even know the story. Wait, what puppy?
It's like an all white puppy with like gray ears. And you can
Aw.
barely see his eyes because it's so like old. It's not even soft anymore. But yeah, I'm huge
Yeah.
about stuffed animals. My whole bed's filled with stuffed animals. So that's really funny.
Oh,
Yeah, I totally forgot about that rabbit or that stuffed
yeah.
animal.
I don't know if it was. I think it was a rabbit.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I don't have anything
yeah. I
else
don't.
to say about Zach.
Yeah, I will
Not
say
at this moment.
it is a little bit unfortunate because I didn't think Bliss was going to be part of this. I actually don't have any first impressions on Bliss. All I can
I know.
remember is that.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about Bliss yet. Like her. Should we
Oh,
talk
oh,
about
do
her?
you want to do Irina first since like technically they were together
Oh yes.
first? Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
let's
do
do Irina.
Irina. Okay, so she's a Scorpio Sun, a Leo Moon, a Sagittarius Mercury, Capricorn Venus, and Capricorn Mars.
Mhm.
Um, so first impressions of her, I mean, well, not first impressions, but like the notes that I have, I have a Capricorn Venus too, so I wrote down like I remember she said that what she really likes in a man is their confidence. And I really like that too. Um, the thing with her is that I really did think that for her it wasn't about physical appearance. And so that's what I thought her Cat Venus was about. Like it's not about physical appearance. And she went on this show. But then when it came for the the Mexico
The
phase, I was
reveal,
like,
dude.
yeah,
She
maybe
was so mean to Zach.
that was like a lie. Like maybe not like a lie, but she's like trying to say that it's not about physicality. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
But
trying to dissect that too. Like, we'll get into that.
yeah, we'll get into that because I think I can actually relate to her on that part.
Yeah, I
It
feel like I can
sounds
actually understand where she's kind of coming from.
yeah, even though her personality on the show was not great. Um
Yeah, I don't have many nice things. You guys already know what I felt, but go ahead, Victoria.
yeah.
I want you to be able to tell your first thoughts before.
Yeah, I mean, she said that she even knows that she's not a nice person, but she wants to be.
I love that. I
And
forgot about that.
yeah, and so I think when someone is torn, like with themselves, it does have a lot to do with like their own birth chart. So I think her having maybe like a water sun and like a moon that's in fire is
Hmm.
kind of like she's torn between being nice and like not
That's
being nice. I don't
fascinating.
know.
Yeah, I did see. Yeah, I did see some in between feelings a lot. Not like a Libra in a way. It honestly. I saw a lot of the Capricorn. I dated a Capricorn, and then you're a Capricorn. I just felt like I think she was like way too deep in her. I feel like she was way too deep in her feelings, but also didn't know how to express it.
Yeah, I think that too, because she has that Sagittarius Mercury, which is different from her sun sign. And when you have like a different Mercury from your sun sign, it's very hard to articulate what is really happening. Like,
Oh, that's fascinating. Wait, from your moon to your Mars?
your Mercury and your sun, because your sun is like your overall personality, but then your Mercury is like what
Oh.
you're thinking and what
That's
you're communicating.
Peter.
So
He's
when
a
it's
Sag
different,
Mercury and
yeah,
a Scorpio Sun.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So
I could definitely see that. The
yeah,
conflicting. The conflicting. It's a lot of
yeah, there's
conflicting.
like a lot of conflicting things within her.
That's
She
yeah,
probably
that's
does need some self-help, just like
Jackie. Jackie
Jackie.
owned up to it, so I honestly I applaud her for that one.
Yeah.
And plus she's
Yeah.
like 28. I just feel like I mean, I know age doesn't really mean a lot, but I feel like it just shows a lot of her character development, I feel.
I mean, age is like some people age maybe I would say I don't know I don't even know what to say about age sometimes.
Just like
some people
I feel
know
like
are
there are certain
so much
things
more
in life.
wiser.
Yeah, there's certain things in life that makes you grow, but when it goes to deeper aspects, like talking about your shadows, like your fears, things that you might have put behind you for a long time, like that will come up later, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was born in 97. She's the youngest. I think when the show was
She
on, she was
seemed younger. She seemed younger and
25,
she acted
24.
younger to me.
Yeah, definitely. Someone called her a villain in the show. I think it was Chelsea.
Screaming. She did. I did not get that. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the Scorpio. I don't know. It could be everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as like stereotypical. I feel like a lot of people will say that's her Scorpio.
Scorpio,
But
yeah,
I
Leo,
see so much of like
Capricorn.
insecurity, like insecurity of like
Yeah.
herself in her Leo moon.
She was super dramatic. She wanted to pack up and leave at one point, because she couldn't handle the situation with Bliss.
Yeah.
That's her Leo moon. She actually owns her own business.
Yeah, she is a business owner. I was gonna bring that up. She's a business owner.
Yeah, that could be the Capricorn part.
Absolutely. And her, I would say, and her Scorpio, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My best friend she has a Scorpio sun and she has a lot of Capricorn. She also has a Capricorn Venus too. She has a lot of Capricorn, and she has she owns her own business, coaching business, and she had a yoga business. What else? Someone was it Bliss that describes Irina as vicious? Like these are all so mean.
They're unfortunately very mean. Like I'm wondering what her rising is, but
I think it was Zach. Zach was the one that said she was vicious.
Oh, that's right. Like manipulating, and I'm like, oh, Scorpio.
But he didn't say it in a bad way because he said vicious at first, but he kind of meant it like if someone hurts her, then she will, or someone she knows or loves gets hurt, she will hurt them back, which is definitely a Scorpio, I think.
And I feel like Leo moon, because they're so protective and they're very like loyal, that they can be conniving in a way too. Like if anyone like hurts their friends.
Yeah, but that was like the thing that Zach liked about Irina. And what the girls didn't like about Irina.
Oh, I see. That's so true.
She had that warrior. Yeah. She had like that warrior quality of like being protective, like Leo being protective of like herself and like the people that she loves. She will like clap back.
Oh yeah, she was always there for Micah for sure.
Yeah,
until she like weirdly flirted with Paul, and that was very strange.
That was really strange. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, mine are really short. I just said that she's aggressive, and I said, again, I got this right. I feel like I'm getting a lot of them, most of them right, actually. I said Capricorn/Aries. And then I said that she's protective. And I mentioned she's giving me very Sag energy, which is hilarious because she's Leo moon. Well, Sag Mercury, but in Leo moon. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense because most of the time you're hearing them talk. So the Sag energy came out a lot. And then I said Taurus moon, slow and steady, because I felt like she just like, she wasn't like aggressive and like Zach was. She was very confident, and she did a lot of wordplay a lot. I feel like that was from her Sag Mercury, because it can be kind of competitive.
Competitive?
Yeah. Because when she found out about Bliss liking her, I felt like she was like super competitive.
Oh, maybe.
Or Bliss liking him is what I meant to say.
I think Scorpios are competitive.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I have for Irina on my notes. Other things are just on my mind.
I mean, we can just move on to like we could talk about Bliss later, but let's talk about Zach and Irina. Did you think that they were compatible, or like in what way were they compatible?
Hell fucking no. I literally was shocked that he literally picked Irina. I was shocked, and I don't know if it's because like she gave me so much mean girl energy that I didn't like it. I feel like also a lot of Leo girls that I know are sometimes kind of like really mean.
Yeah, I would say I mean, I joke about this with my friends, but one of my best friend right now, that's a Scorpio that I keep talking about. We were talking about how like she would like tell other people to like not hang out with this girl because like she did something. This was when we were very young, like in middle school. But it's just funny because she's like the sweetest person now. But it's like so funny that she would like do this.
Was that her Scorpio, or does she have a Sag moon?
She's a Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
And we weren't friends in college for a while, and and also told like my friends, we had like kind of the same friends, like she would get mad at them for them talking to me. Like it was just like all these like small things. That is very, very Scorpio.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But anyways, I also didn't think that they were compatible. I mean, they connected.
I didn't see any compatibility. I was like shocked. I was like, what did we not see in these fucking pods? I mean, the Sag Mercury and the Aries Mercury makes sense.
I don't know about, maybe.
Really? Well, every Sag I ever known has the fattest crush on me every time.
Sag guys. Sag Mercury?
Sag guys. No. Are they? I don't know. I just know that they're Sagittarius.
Okay. I mean, just like compatible long term wise, like
no, absolutely. There's nothing that makes sense. There's nothing that makes sense.
I think a Cat Venus and Taurus Venus. Wait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think because like long term. Okay, so Zach.
Do you remember why he picked her? Do you guys remember? If you guys remember, comment down below.
I wrote it down. I wrote it down.
Okay.
So he chooses Irina because she's the one he trusts the most.
That was it. What do you think that is? Probably her Scorpio. Her Scorpio sun, right?
Okay, this is what I wrote down in my notes. I was like, I honestly don't know what this means because like does he not trust Bliss? Like, does he not trust Bliss? I don't understand that.
I didn't see Bliss enough in the pods with him to be able to determine anything. So
yeah, I mean, there was fire there. Like Zach and Irina had that fire, like spark. They had the spark, which I don't know if Zach and Bliss had in the beginning, but from like what I've been reading up on relationships is that like the spark doesn't really work in like long term, right? Because you want to have that person as your best friend long term. So Zach picked wrong, obviously. But you know, he's Aries Sun. She's a Scorpio Sun. Usually not just based on Sun. That's not compatible. But you're dating a Scorpio Sun, and you're an Aries Sun. So
yes.
It works.
It does work, but I do see why it doesn't at times. I think the biggest thing was that we just would headbutt a lot with power, I guess, like in being in charge, like being the dominant.
That makes sense.
But I feel our like other signs in our chart really flush that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about the reveal.
Yeah, let's talk about the reveal.
it didn't seem like Irina cared much about Bliss except for like the cupcake part.
That was fucking weird. Yes.
We'll talk about that when we get to Bliss.
But what are your thoughts?
Go to the reveal.
Yeah, let's hear it. I want to hear it.
So you could tell right off the bat that Irina is disappointed by the way Zach looks.
But it makes me irritated because she literally says, I don't care if he has like, you know how like they always are like, I don't care if I've seen him do this, like I see him look at this, and no matter how badly I see him look at, like, I still love him. Bullshit, bitch.
Okay, so
I hate it.
Maybe I would say
they're vain. I feel like Leos are vain. That's all I have to say.
I think what really triggered it was his stare.
It was his stare. Like, he was like shocked.
It made it worse.
He wouldn't blink.
I don't know if he was. I think he was staring at her because he was in love with her, and that's just how intense he is. Because that's his
Scorpio moon. It's a Scorpio moon.
Okay, so he has a Scorpio moon. That is how they are also compatible because he has a Scorpio moon and she's a Scorpio sun.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
I said that.
Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't even. Whoops. But he definitely was very attracted to her, like, and couldn't stop staring at her.
Yeah.
And she was weirded out by that. And so she was very uncomfortable about it and said he looks like a cartoon character.
He was like animatic or something like that.
Yeah, the whole thing was like very cringe. But like
the whole thing was pretty cringe.
You could tell that she thought he was creepy, and she did say that he was creepy, and he said it back, and I don't know.
It was fucking weird. That's all I have to say.
I know. I think the way that I can relate to this in some way is that like there was a chemistry talking to each other, but there's different types of chemistry, and there's conversations chemistry or intimate chemistry, sexual, like physical and sexual is I think very different, because I have been sexually attracted to someone but like not physically attracted to their face. It's so weird.
Yeah, my ex, I was like that with my ex.
Yeah, like
I like almost resented him because I didn't want to have sex. I know that's TMI, but
wait, okay, so you were the opposite.
I was the opposite.
So you were physically attracted to him. You thought he was attractive, but you weren't sexually attracted to him.
Yes. Because I thought he was very handsome. Like, I definitely thought he was cute, but I was not sexually attracted to him.
So I think that this happened to me as the opposite, and I think this is the same thing with Irina, is that she was very attracted to him. And I think you have to be attracted to, there's like 5 levels of attraction, and she was only attracted to him. Not
enough where she, well, I mean, she went with it. She didn't have to accept the fucking ring.
I think she was trying.
Yeah, which I want to get into, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think I started dating someone and I was very attracted to texting them, and I felt sexually attracted to him. I was even TMI, but I was like masturbating to him before I even met him. And like
I'm snapping, but you can't hear it.
And then when I met him, I was kind of disappointed.
That could happen. Yes.
But I still continued to talk to him. I even kissed him, and I was like, oh, I wasn't. There's people who I've like did not even want them to touch me. Even though
that was like my ex. That's so bad. That's so bad, huh?
No, I feel like I think so. Also, I think that there could be like you could get there.
That's why that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I think he has his shit together. This is the nicest guy that's ever been nice to me in my life. So I was like, I think I could get there. And yes, go ahead.
But you waited too long.
I think I waited too long.
I think you have to put a time limit.
It was a learning process, guys. It's like my first real relationship, and I'm not counting like high school relationship. Yeah. So
yeah, were there I mean, were there red flags? I think there was for you.
You guys, there were actually multiple red flags, but he was just so nice to me. I know it sounds really bad. Like, I feel like I had very low, basic kindness. But, like, the guys who I dated were, like, douchebags. I mean, not everyone, but most people can relate. And he was very fucking sweet to me. Sorry, I accidentally muted my mic. Can you imagine muting the whole time? The post-shadow phase is killing me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But yeah, I just, the first real red flag was that I did see that the Capricorn in him when he was saying that he didn't want to just talk. He wanted to either, be my boyfriend or not talk to me at all. That was maybe like the third or second date, and I'm not even joking.
That is such a red flag. Like, it's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fucking big red flag. And I was like, well, I'm not talking to anyone. I was talking to one guy, I knew he's a Taurus, that he would never ever want to, like, be in a relationship with me or anyone. Like, I just felt like that he was just not in that mindset. So I was like, okay, well, I'm done. Oh, I was dating two guys. I was dating one Scorpio and I was dating one Taurus. I was, like, the Scorpio, like, we were actually dating, like, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but then he got really in his head, and so we kind of took a little bit of a break. And so I was like, okay, well, this is the only guy who, like, wants to take me serious. No, so the guy that I was dating was Capricorn, but I was also dating a Taurus and a Scorpio too at the same time.
Who was in his head, though? Was it the Scorpio?
The Scorpio was in his head.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Right? So we ended up not getting together, and it was really sad because, like, when I was telling him, like, I found someone, he was like, if your first date doesn't go well with him, like, please hit me up, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, it's too late. Like, I'm tired of waiting. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm going through that right now with the Scorpio. Like,
isn't that crazy? I was like, I can't. And it was just too much back and forth. And there was definitely some deep times where he went super deep. I don't know if this relates to any Scorpio, but Scorpio, but he got drunk one night, lost his book bag at a bar, and we drove everywhere to find it. Obviously lost it. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of important things in that book bag, and I just remember laying in bed with him for, like, I swear to God, an hour, guys, just staring at the ceiling, and he's like, do you want to go to a strip club? Do you want to do coke? Like, he was just, like, going to the depths of his mind
because he lost
his book bag. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was pretty deep. Wow, it was pretty deep. That's all I have to say. Yeah, that was the deepest I've ever seen. So that was kind of scary.
That's really scary.
Yeah, it was very scary.
What were we talking about? Oh, the chemistry thing. Yeah. Like, there's, like, I feel like she could have gotten there. Maybe
I feel like
there was more time.
Did, yeah. I feel like she just cared too much how he looked.
No, okay, the other thing was she felt a cringe, which I feel like that too. Like, I will like a person as a friend, but once I was so attracted to this guy. He's very handsome. Like, all of my friends liked him, and I was like, I can't, like, I'm cringe. Like, I can't. It wasn't even that I wasn't attracted or that he was not attractive. I just was not physically magnetized towards him. Like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like some kind of chemistry that, like, pushed me away from him physically, because I didn't like when he would try to hold me.
Yeah, that's how I was with my ex.
He was very attractive.
I felt see, I think he was attractive, but I didn't think he was, like, the hottest guy I've ever seen. But I definitely did not like it. Like, I felt really like I had to take my mind out of my body to have sex with him. Sounds really sad, but there was no spiritual sex with this guy.
Oh, man. Well, we live and we learn.
We do live and we learn. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's how I think that Irina got a lot of shit for it,
Yeah.
from people, but I feel like this could, I mean, think about how this experiment was so short for her, and so I don't know. I feel for her on this a little bit.
No, I do too. I like read a couple things of her like big fives, like like basic things, and I'm like, this kind of makes sense.
hmm
Like I
And
would
at least she
say,
didn't go through with it and like she could have done what you did, right? Like just went with it,
mm-hmm.
and so she knew right away. Um,
She did. Yeah, she
yeah,
did. She did. But I feel like she did give it a chance, so I can't say like, oh my god, she didn't give it a chance, blah blah blah. But like,
right.
it's so hard to give it a chance when you're gonna marry this guy. Like, you got to be like so sure,
hmm
And I just feel like that could have been her Cap Venus a lot. But I didn't see any emotion from her a lot, and I read that Cap Venus are usually serious and reserved, which can hold back expressing romantic feelings. They usually take big risks when it comes to love, like how she was like, yeah, I'm down to marry you, Zach. But they tend to fear loneliness and rejection, which is like, I feel like she didn't want to be alone. And she was tired of like probably dating and et cetera, et cetera. And she just wanted someone who like literally had their shit together.
Yeah, and everything that you said, I have a Capricorn Venus. I can definitely relate to all of what you just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
I just that's her Cap Venus, and then I feel like also she has Cap Mars, which also lacks emotional energy. So I feel like we didn't see a lot of the emotions that Zach maybe was trying to get from Irina. He was a Taurus Venus, guys. Taurus Venus are generous lovers. They love to touch. They love to fucking kiss. I'm a Taurus Venus, and if I didn't get any of that, or even like felt in any way that this person didn't love me, like I would definitely resent them. And that's what happened.
Yeah. Irina did say that she is affectionate. We didn't see it, but she said she's usually
She
affectionate with
did say
people.
that. She did say that. And I feel like that's her Leo moon, because I feel like Leo moons, I usually know, like, most of my Leo friends don't like being touched, but, like, when they are
Mm.
in love, like, they love to touch
Well,
and are
I
affectionate.
feel that way. Well, I feel that could be her Capricorn Venus because I don't like when people touch me either. I
Hmm.
like friends.
Yeah,
Like
like
usually
you hardly
friends
hug,
or like
right?
family. Like I hardly hug friends or
I
family.
would say, yeah,
If
I'd say Cap and
yeah,
Leo are very much like that.
yeah. But if I'm dating someone and I really like them, I still am standoffish. I give them the same amount of physicality that they give me. So they actually have to give it first before I give it to them.
Oh,
Like I'm more
interesting.
like when you say Capricorn Venuses are more reserved,
Mm-hmm.
it could be if with everything, with all words of or with all love languages, like
Mm-hmm.
I will not give words of affirmation first. I will not give physical affection first. I will not give gifts first unless the person does those things for me, and then I will give it back.
Interesting. That makes sense. I feel like okay.
But I think it's also because we want to find that love right away, like that long-term love, and
Mm-hmm.
we're ready, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
so I would give it to everyone because that's what I'm actually feeling, but
Yeah.
like I don't want to give that effort because that's too much effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, and I want to say like in the pods, like Irina's Leo moon loves to entertain her loved ones, or they like Leo moons usually like to entertain their loved ones, and I feel like that's probably what attracted Zach too with the Aries Sun. They're just very playful people. Like we're the first of the whole zodiac, so we're known as being like the child or the children because like that's just I just feel like Leo moons would entertain that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it
Mexico. Do you have anything
sucked.
else before?
Um, not that I
Mexico?
really remember. I just know like Zach just he was definitely well, I'm trying to read my notes. It has a Libra. Oh, never mind. So, oh yeah, I was very surprised with Zach because Scorpio moons, I feel like they tend to see, they're usually, I feel like they tend to see right through people. Like they can easily detect like when someone's not being genuine. And I feel that I was like, I was just shocked to see that he had a Scorpio moon, but still went for Irina. But it does kind of make sense because of Irina's sun, her Scorpio sun.
I honestly think Irina was genuine. Like, I think that really was her. She's just not like she's just young, like I said. Like, I don't think she was being fake at all. And I think the reason
No, I
why
didn't. Yeah, I don't think she was. I didn't feel her being fake. I felt like she was being fake when she saw him in real life, like saw him like reveal.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously he instantly. I think he knew deep down, like there was something wrong. After the reveal and also during the whole time they were in Mexico.
Yeah.
Which is why he was the one that brought up the whole like, she's not giving it in any effort and basically was thinking about Bliss the whole time.
Which would have probably irritated the fuck out of me, honestly.
Who? What?
If he was talking about Bliss. I think maybe Irina was already like clocked out by then, so like maybe he knew that it was okay to talk about Bliss.
Oh, well, he was talking about Bliss kind of after when they already figured out
that they were done. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. He just said like he was thinking about Bliss, but he didn't actually say that he was thinking about Bliss until they were done.
I see.
And she was leaving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, was there anything from Mexico?
Not anything else that I have.
I mean, I guess we can move on to Bliss.
Yeah, we'll move on to Bliss. So they left Mexico and Zach reached out to Bliss through, I think, Instagram.
Yeah, let's talk about her big five.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have a Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Virgo Mercury, Scorpio Venus, and Libra Mars. Again, we don't have her rising because we don't have her time of birth. She was born in 89, the same year as me.
I actually realized that's so funny that that Bliss is older than Zach.
Oh, well, 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bliss to me was she's wifey material.
I love Bliss. I saw her as a fucking Cancer. I'm wondering if that's her rising.
I mean, Libra is very much like that's the relationship sign right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They know what to do in a relationship, even though sometimes they don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, I think I wrote down. I think I just read that. Yeah, I think I just read that.
It's funny that you love Bliss because she's a Libra Sun. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I thought she was so boring, but it's okay because
I'm fucking dead.
I don't know what it was.
I loved her. I loved her so much. I wrote down. Let's see. What did I put? Anything interesting? I did like the fact that Bliss's Mercury, which was Virgo, I felt maybe I was really drawn to her because she had Mercury in Virgo, and my moon is in Virgo. But I really like that she I think that's how Zach saw why she was so smart. She was so precise with her words. Like she didn't fucking stutter. She was I feel like she was very confident when she was talking, and I could see why Zach's moon might have been turned on. I feel like Scorpios go really well with Virgos as well. Because aren't they like very similar in signs? I feel like they're
right
so
next
similar.
to each other.
Yeah.
Remember the signs that are next to each other? Yeah. We found out that it seems like they're compatible to a degree.
I know, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
And then what else does she have? What did I put down?
She has a Scorpio Venus.
She does have a Scorpio Venus. I'm definitely talking to a Scorpio Venus, or I'm with a Scorpio Venus. So I could see the Zach, the Taurus Venus and the Scorpio Venus can be somewhat of attraction.
Earth and water, and it's funny that she kept bringing up the whole like, oh, he proposed to someone else, but I basically she just never, she held that grudge, right? Like, and just never let it down that he didn't pick her. But I mean, of course she loves him, so it's
like, but I did put as a note for Libra moon is that they fail to stand up for what they want or even know what that is. So, like, I feel like when she knew, I think when she was talking to Zach, that Zach was like, I'm more into Irina, blah, blah, blah. Like, I felt like she could have fought for it, but she didn't know if she really wanted to be with Zach. Because Zach already chose Irina.
Yeah, it's like I think that the thing was she was like so nice and not, okay.
Yeah.
It was funny. It's funny because she's so nice about the words that she was like she was talking shit about Irina, right? But in such a nice and controlled way.
That's
like
such a Libra.
Yeah, trying not to be vicious about it like Irina would. Like,
yeah.
So like, yes, very much talking shit in a Libra way. And so I think that she could have been more authentic. I don't know. I think that was the reason why I didn't connect to her as well, is because she was so controlled in her way. She didn't
take risks.
She didn't try to take that risk, which is kind of like that Libra. Like, just go all in. Like, if you really love this person, like, okay, this guy just broke up with you. And she's like, okay, well, I still love you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well... It didn't, like, when Tiffany asked her, like, but did you really fight for him? And she was like, well, what else am I going to say?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that. I think, but I guess, like, she has her dignity, too, which is hard because you want to be fair. Be dignified when someone breaks up with you.
That's so true. On television. And I'm wondering if that's with her Scorpio Venus.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wish she could have just given it her a little bit more emotion, which a Libra moon does, is kind of detached from their emotions and they don't show their emotions as much. Maybe that's why I couldn't relate as much to her. It's funny because like I related more to Irina, even though she was such a villain, but she was a villain because of like her friggin' emotions and all the bad things that she was doing and her actions. Like, yeah, I think with Bliss, that's probably why I wasn't like super connected to her.
Yeah.
But I still, she's very much, what did I wrote down that when Zach broke up with her, I wrote down that she is amazing and she deserves better.
Oh, I love that. I do see that too. I feel like, I did see that too. I felt like she definitely probably could have deserved better, but I felt like the more I saw them like meeting the family and talking, like I was like, okay, well maybe they, maybe she has found her match. But also I just realized that Irina is a cusp.
Wait, let's see.
She's 11/21.
Oh, okay.
So she does give a lot of fucking Sag energy, which is funny because that's what I was saying. I was like, she gives Sag energy.
Yeah. But, I don't know. So what did you think about Zach and Bliss?
I felt like after I was like, they got together, I was like, okay, I'm over it. Because like, there was nothing, like, there was no drama, because like, that, I mean, if I know that they're going to go together, I'm like, okay, that's perfect. Like, they were fine. I felt like I think they were respectful during the reunion, other than like trying to like, get under Irina's skin, unfortunately. Like, I feel like her Leo moon is probably so shot after that fucking show. Like, she's probably so embarrassed, but I mean, she kind of did to herself in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a Tiffany and Brett, how much we love them and how they're like perfect and
yeah, but then I was like, okay, yeah, that's it.
Like no drama.
Yeah. I felt like they were very cute. Like, Bliss is so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, she was, like, every time, like, because I was watching this with my best, or I was gonna call him my best friend because he is my best friend, but the guy who I'm dating, he was, like, we just kept saying how beautiful she was.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
But also, like, I'm always gonna be drawn to Libra suns because they are also ruled by Venus, and I'm gonna have like a Taurus Venus, so I'm gonna think everyone who's like naturally beautiful is like, you know, pretty, or I'm gonna be drawn to them. So
that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and Aries and Libra are a very great match.
Yes, that is actually a cool. I thought that was a cool match. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I feel like it's so rare.
Yeah, I mean, astrologically, it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love opposites attract us in astrology. Aries and Libra are opposite of each other, but
same as Scorpio and Libra.
Scorpio and Libra. Wait,
Zach's moon.
No, Scorpio and Libra are just like right next to each other. They're not opposite each other.
Oh, that's what you mean by opposites. I thought you meant like element opposite.
Oh, no. They're like literally opposite. Like Aries is the first sign and Libra is the seventh sign.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Yeah.
Yes, because Scorpio is 8th.
I think. Yeah.
And I do really love their Taurus and Scorpio Venus. I do love their Gemini Mars and Libra Mars. Like, I just feel like that's like such a better match.
Yeah, there was also some crazy things like the song and the owl thing, like these weird signs that.
That's right. They had like a lot of weird.
Yeah, both of their favorite animals, an owl, and like their moms both dedicated the songs, the same songs to them.
That's
like,
so
that's
true.
Really crazy.
That was really crazy. I felt like they were definitely meant to be, for sure.
Yeah. So it's very sweet. I love how the show ended with their wedding and with their song.
That was really cute. That was very sweet.
Yeah, and then the reunion, I mean, I don't remember really any thing with the reunion except for the Irina thing, but yeah, I think they're doing well. I think they're cute and right for each other. They're both weird together.
They are definitely, yeah, they definitely are weird together for sure.
Yeah, and hopefully they last. I mean, I haven't Googled if they're still together.
Yeah, it's been like a year, I think. Yeah, we can. Yeah, or Zach and let me see.
Bliss and Zach still together. Let's see.
Not an automatic putting Katie. Who the fuck is Katie?
Wait, what?
Who the fuck? Oh, it's The Bachelor? Oh my god. Zach and Bliss.
Oh my gosh. Why does it take so long to find this answer?
This says yes, as I said for the April 17th, they're technically still together. April, May, June.
Perfect.
It's about a month.
All right.
I feel like
they're still together.
I feel like they definitely would stay together. I will say I wanted to know a couple things about Zach that I forgot to mention, but Zach is so he's a criminal defense attorney. And the Gemini Mars that he has, they pride themselves in their gift of debate and enjoy intellectual contests. So that makes sense why he's also very into law. But also Zach, Peter looked up his profile on Instagram, and he's like a yellow belt in jiu-jitsu. And I don't know what that means, but he was very impressed. And I said,
is it the yellow belt? Like, maybe it's like the second. Which is the first one, brown, or is this?
I have no idea. I mean, there's martial arts, and then there's I think there's different colors compared to different like martial arts, like different types.
Okay.
But yellow is supposed to be like one of like the best. Like it's like pretty high up there.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's not. Because I think you're thinking about like karate. And it's not karate. Okay. It's totally different. But he was saying that I think that's his Aries or Scorpio competitiveness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. That I think it's really funny that he had the Gemini Mars. I mean, I have a Gemini Mars, but I don't think I'll ever like become an attorney. But I do enjoy debates and intellectual contests. I do that a lot with Peter. He has a Gemini Mars too. So like we're always just like trying to debate whatever it is that we're thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, did he do that with Bliss or Irina?
I don't know.
Not much with Irina.
I think. Oh, really? I was thinking about Bliss because I felt like he really loved the fact that she like was super smart. I just remember him like telling her mom that he was super like he liked the fact that she was super like intellectual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I said not with Irina for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely not with Irina. Definitely not with Irina.
Yeah.
But
well, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. This is the first that's not the first couple that's not the signs are not next to each other, right?
No, we had Marshall. Oh wait, Marshall and
Jackie, I think, are the only ones, but they didn't survive.
But they didn't make it.
So yeah, that's actually really fascinating. But I feel like this one, and I think it was Tiffany and Brett that I liked. That I felt like their chart was very in sync.
Mm-hmm. And we also liked Chelsea and Kwame too.
Yes.
And they were right next to each other, Aries and Taurus.
Yeah. Which is interesting. But yeah, if you guys have any other comments on Irina's drama or any other info on Bliss, because I did not take much notes on it when she was in the pods. I didn't think I think this is the first season that they actually had someone go back to choosing their second. Yeah. I think the previous season
that happened.
Yes, I thought that was really cute. There's 2 seasons, or I think the one previously, like after that, the singles met after the reunion, like people who like they thought was hot, like they actually reached out to and like try to date. So, but they never like went through their story together, which was like Zach and Bliss.
I hope that they do, what is it, after whatever they did with the last season. I think it was like a year later.
Yeah.
I hope they do that.
I do too.
So we can see.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. I really like that.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm happy that we did this. And
yes, it was really fun.
I'm excited for. Well, maybe they'll do another season 5.
I was thinking again. And it would actually be like on time. Like maybe we could do it like right after the episode is released.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be really fun to kind of dive deep into like the sun signs, the moon signs, the Mars. Like I feel like it'd be fun to kind of talk about those and like maybe choose a couple people who have those placements.
Mm-hmm.
Probably celebrities, because I think it'd be a little bit more challenging for us to go through our friends, unless like Victoria has a couple friends that she knows or I do, and then it's okay for them, it's okay for us to talk about them, on our podcast.
I think we could do celebrities. Celebrities usually have their birth times, so that would be kind of easier for us to talk about too. I
think it'd be really fun. If you guys have any like interesting any celebrities that you would like to know their chart and have us dissect it, definitely comment down below. Or any other interesting topics you guys would like us to talk about. I definitely would be open to listening and maybe trying it out, because I can't think of any other show really that Victoria and I can both watch that's and like not too long.
We're gonna watch a whole entire
and we won't get bored of. So So that's like the only challenging thing that I was like thinking. I think the only thing that I think would be kind of fascinating, because it kind of still relates to this, was still doing Nick Lachey and Vanessa.
Maybe.
But yeah, then again, like, I feel like we both have to have a passion, like, or like an interest of these people to even, like, you know, do a whole podcast on them. But I think it would be fun to, like, also kind of dive into, like, the learning aspect of the signs, just for, like, I don't know, I feel like more basic, because I feel like that's kind of like, at least that's where I'm at, and I feel like it's kind of fun to learn together.
Yeah, and I want to know, like, I want to do more, or people that we have actually the birth times, it'll be easier to look at their charts too, and at least we'll have their rising signs and their houses. We can dive deeper into the houses too.
Yes, that's so true. That is very true. Yeah, if you guys would like to be a guinea pig, please comment down below. Also, we do have a Discord, which I will put in the description below. It's mainly for just to talk about each episode, if you guys would like to dive deep in that. We also have, like, channels for discussing other astrology, etc. Like, we also love talking about crystals. I love talking about tarot. And yeah, I feel like we've been doing this for, I don't know, like almost 3 to 5 years already.
I know, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
I love it though.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, any last words, Victoria, before I close this out?
Nope.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next episode. It will be a surprise, because, you know, we don't know what we're going to be talking about. But we will definitely do some brainstorming, maybe give us a couple weeks. And yeah, we're excited to start another new series. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please comment, you know, in whatever episode you loved, and like the video, or even share with other people who you think would like as well. You can also rate us on Spotify. We're also on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, and now we are on YouTube, which I'm really excited about. We'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful morning, day, or evening, and talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.